Hey guys, what's up? It's Greg. If you didn't see one of my previous videos, I talked about how I recently got this little guy. He is my new Crested Gecko. I got him from a local pet store, and I talked about in that video how I purchased his tank and some live plants and a couple other things for the tank at the Long Island Reptile Expo. So today I wanted to show you his setup. It's a Exoterra 12x12x18. It's a bioactive setup, meaning it's a self-sustaining ecosystem. It has a cleanup crew of springtails and isopods that break down the waste that are made by the gecko and the plants. And it has live plants so he can hide in, and they keep up the humidity great. And all I really need to do is spray it down a couple times a week. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you this little guy's setup. So I currently have this tank right here on my reptile rack in my bedroom. The room stays around between 75 and 85 degrees during the day because of all the lights I have in here. Because of that, I don't need to heat the tank whatsoever, and besides the fact Crested Geckos normally do fine at room temperature anyway. And normally Crested Geckos do not need any source of lighting. They don't need UVB or UVA like some other lizards do. However, I do have a little LED strip light up at the top for basically a day-night cycle, and as well as to benefit the plants that are in the tank. So at this point I'd like to apologize. It might be a little bit shaky just because my tripod doesn't reach to a high enough level where you could adequately see the tank up close. But here you can see it is an Exoterra terrarium. This is my favorite brand of terrarium just because of the front opening doors. They have a little lock system right here that you just unlatch and the doors open up towards the front. There is also a removable screen top at the top though, but it's kind of blocked by my rack, so that's why these doors are great. So you could see for the cleanup crew down here, I have a layer of magnolia leaves, which acts as leaf litter. So it's a biodegradable layer where the cleanup crew can eat something on a regular basis and stay moist. There is a little cork round that I use as a little planter to have this golden pothos planted in. There is just eco earth in there, and then I put some moss all along the top just so, you know, it makes it look a little bit nicer. Right here I have a snake plant. It's more of a succulent kind of plant that likes it a little bit drier, so I try to leave the soil around it a little bit drier. The Crested Gecko really likes this kind of plant because it can support the weight really well of the gecko, and it likes to hide on the inside of the leaves as well as the underside. Right here I got this green, I don't really know what it is. It kind of reminds me of a ficus tree a little bit, but it wasn't labeled. I got it at the Reptile Expo, so if anybody knows what that is, if you can let me know, that would be greatly appreciated. This is a little bit closer up of what it looks like. So up along the top left, you can see I have a little fern. I'm not too sure what it is, but that is planted into the background. I have little pots in there that I was able to plant that, as well as this wandering Jew up here, which is beautiful. It gives a great amount of color to the tank with its pink and purple leaves, and hopefully as it continues to grow it'll cascade over the background and down a little bit into the middle of the tank, giving the lizard a little bit of foliage where it can hide behind. And then I have the little food bowl up here. It's a magnetic ledge food bowl, if you could see that. It's filled with Rapashi Crested Gecko diet at the moment. And I do have some moss throughout the tank, down there, over here, and up along the top and the sides a little bit to help with moisture. I did custom make this background myself. It is made out of aquarium safe, great stuff, expandable foam, as well as eco earth, which I used to cling onto the back. This one I did a little bit differently than my poison dart frog tank. I didn't add silicone to it. I just directly added the eco earth to the wet or moist expandable foam when it was freshly placed down onto it. So you could really tell the difference on how this background, it didn't come out as great as I wanted it to. It was basically an experiment to see how it will hold up without silicone. And then you can see I had that piece of wood right in the middle that was built into the background, so the gecko can perch on and hide behind. So basically, it's kind of a controversial topic, but people say what size tank a Crested Gecko can live in for its whole life. Some people say a 10-gallon, other people say a 20-gallon long earned up on its side. Some people say the 12 by 12 by 18 can comfortably fit its whole life, and others say the 18 by 18 by 24 Exoterra is more necessary. I'm going to see basically how it grows into this tank. It might be big enough for its whole life, but it might not be. And if it does outgrow it, I could always get a new tank. However, since it is a naturalistic and planted tank, it does offer a lot more hiding spots than a tank using plastic plants would. So in my opinion, I feel like it might be good in this tank for the rest of its life, but again, I will see as it grows bigger. And up along the top over here, there's my little gecko. His name is Trico, like the Pokemon. He's really cute. So a little fun fact about Crested Geckos is that they have what's called a prehensile tail, which they can use to wrap around branches, leaves, and sticks to better hold themselves up into the foliage of the canopy and the plants. So that's it with this video, guys. If you like it, you could give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any video suggestions, and if you want to see more videos of my pets, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.